right, this video is for discovering Algebra 1, Part 1, and in this, this is for discovering Pre-Algebra Part 4 on outschool.com, and this is worksheet 3-2, and in this worksheet we're going to do some inequalities, okay? So just give me 1 minute to zoom out, and we're going to do this in groups of 6. So if you get them right and you don't want to watch how to do them, make sure that you scroll through every group of 6, okay? That way we can, because this is a long worksheet. All right, so give me 1 second. I'll pause and put these answers up here. All right, so you'll see the answer to the first 6. If you got any wrong, stick around. I'm going to explain it. If not, scroll through the movie to the next 6. So on this first one, I have x minus 3 is greater than 0. Well, I got to treat that inequality first as if it's just an equal sign or just a regular equation. And I'm going to solve for x like I would any regular equation and do that opposite operation of what that negative 3 is doing to the x. So right now, from the x's point of view, the 3 is subtracting it. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Well, negative 3 plus 3 is just a 0, and 0 plus x is just x, so that leaves me with just x on the left-hand side. So now x has to be greater than a 3. Now it also says to graph, so don't forget that part. All right, a little trick, as I've told you before, is put that little line in there so you can see which way the arrow needs to point. But this one's fairly easy. X just has to be all the values greater than 3. All right, again, I got to treat this as like I would an equation and do the opposite operation. From the x's point of view, the 4 is multiplying the x. So to undo it, I got to divide 4 on both sides. Well, 4 over 4 is just 1. 1 times x is just x. And over here, 4 can go into 8 2 times. Because the 8 is negative and the 4 is not, it's going to be a negative 2. Now if I graph this one, x has to be greater than or equal to negative 2, which means first I need to put that solid dot on negative 2. And second, greater than is right. So that's how your graph should look. All right, for this one, from the x's point of view, 4 is adding to the x, so to undo it, I must subtract it on both sides. Oh, I was thinking about the answer when I was writing it. So that's going to be a 0. 0 plus x is x. Negative 1 and negative 4 is kind of like adding up your debt, or you could say I'm at negative 1 degrees temperature and it drops 4 more degrees. Any way around it, you're going to get to a negative 5. Now remember, put that little line in there to see which way you go if you're stuck. But we know it's going to equal to 5, and we know x is on the less than side. So if it's less than negative 5, then the line for less than is to the left. You can put that little thing in there to see which way the arrow points if you need to. All right, and this one, from the x's point of view, the 9 is subtracting it, so its opposite operation is to add. Well, 8 plus 9 is 17, and we know 17 is going to equal. Okay, we can also have 17 in our set. And x is all the values greater than 17. Greater than goes to the right. All right, so 2 more, and then we'll do the next, actually, I don't know if we'll do the next 6. We'll probably do the next 4. We'll figure it out. All right, so I need to multiply 4 on both sides because from the x's point of view, x is being divided. These are going to cancel, leaving me just with x. X is less than 2 times 4 is 8. So if I'm less than, then I'm going to the left. But let's get our numbers on our number line first. It's going to be an open circle to the left. All of these values are less than 8. All right, from the x's point of view, the 6 is being added, so I need to do the opposite, which is subtracting. It's going to give me a 0. X is greater than this, adding up my debt. I owe $3, and then I go back to Starbucks and put $6 more on my credit card. Now at the end of the month, I'm out $9. Okay, I have a debt of $9 on that credit card. All right, this isn't an equal to, but x is the values greater than 9, when greater is always going to the right, okay, because these are the numbers that are greater than 9. Greater is on the right side of a number, less than is on the left side of the number. All right, so that's the first 6. I'm going to pause and put up the next bracket, the next few questions. All right, so there's the answer for the next 4. If you got them right, hey, scroll down to the next group. If not, stick around. I'm going to show you how I got these answers. So for number 7, it says x minus 2 is greater than or equal to negative 6. I've got to treat it like an equation, add that 2 on both sides. That's going to decrease my debt, because right now it says that I have a debt of $6, but I'm paying off 2. That's going to leave me with a debt of 4. I could also look at it as I'm at negative 6 degrees temperature, but hey, got 2 degrees warmer. It's now going to be negative 7 degrees. Okay? All right, so I know it's going to be equal to that. So I'm going to put a big old dot. And x is greater than, it's the values greater than, bigger than the negative 4. So it's going to be everything that's bigger than the negative 4, greater than the negative 4, is to the right. Okay, from the x's point of view, I got to subtract that 4 because right now it's being added, and I need to do that opposite operation. When I do that, that's going to turn to a 0 and make x less than 4. So when I graph it, I want the values that are less than 4. So that's like 3, that's like 2, 1. All those values are on the left side. So I'm going to draw my line to the left side. All right. This next one turns into a fraction. So the opposite operation of the 6, which is multiplying the x, is to divide by 6, leaving me just with x is less than. And I have this fraction. I'm going to reduce it down by dividing both top and bottom by 2. I know it's going to be a negative answer because I have a negative and positive in division. I don't need to figure it out as a fraction, as a decimal. If you did, you're not wrong. Don't mark yourself wrong if you got 1.33333 into infinity. Should be negative though. I wouldn't even mark you wrong if you gave it as an improper fraction or as a mixed number. At this point, we can work with both numbers. We know how to, okay? But if I reduce it, I get 4/3. And of course, 3 can go into 4 one time with 1 left over. All right, if I were to graph that, all right, x is all the values less than, so they're the smaller ones to the left. All right, so to get x by itself, got to divide that 2. X is greater than 5. It's not equal to. If it's greater than 5, then it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It has to go to the right. Those are the values that are greater. All right, I'm going to pause and put up the next set. All right, so these are the last 6, okay? So I'm just going to put up the answers real quick. Go ahead and check yourself. All right, so those are the answers. Check yourself. I'm going to, if you're done, if you got them all right, good for you. Awesome. If not, stick around. I'm going to show you how I got these answers. So in this first one, I got to say, what is the x doing? What is the 3 doing to the x? It's dividing. So its opposite operation is to multiply 3 on both sides. All right, so a negative and a positive make a negative number, and the answer is a negative 15. So x is greater than a negative 15. And it's also equal to, isn't it? Negative 15 is part of the set. Because it's greater than, I'm going to go to the right because all the numbers that are greater than negative 15, 0, 5, 1, negative 14, they're all to the right of negative 15. All right. So I got to add 13 to both sides, which is going to give me x is less than 20. So x is all the little digits that are less than 20. So I'm going to put an open circle because it's not equal to. And if it's less than 20, it's 0, it's 1, it's 19, it's negative 1. It's all the stuff to the left. All right, so 18 is subtracting the x. So to undo it, I got to add it on both sides. We're going to get x is less than or equal to 49. All right. And if I do a line graph for that, it's also equal to 49, so I need a dark circle. I need to fill it in. All right, and it's the stuff lower, so it's 0, it's 30, it's 48, it's everything to the left of the number. Three more. So in number 14, 7 is adding to the x, so the opposite operation will be to subtract it, which is going to give me x is greater than 12. Now it's not also equal to 12, okay? So we're just going to put an open circle on 12, and it's everything bigger. So that's 13, 14, 20. It's all the values to the right. All right, so the 10 is dividing x. The opposite operation would be to multiply it on both sides, which gives me x is greater than or equal to 40. Well, in that case, if it's equal to, we got to use that we got to fill in the circle so that it's included in the set of numbers it can be, but it can also be numbers greater than. So 41, 50, 60, anything that's more than 40. So we're going to the right of the number. This one's going to end up a fraction. Got to divide both sides by 12. And I'm going to go ahead and reduce that down by dividing both top and bottom by 2. And that is going to become 1/6. It's also equal to it, and it's x is the numbers less than. Okay, it's less than 1/6, so that's 0, -1, negative 1,000, negative a bajillion, everything to the left of the dot. All right, so that is worksheet 3-3. Let me know if you have any problems, and I'll see you guys in class. Bye.